All right, so the next chapter we're going to cover is chapter 8, which is occupational wellness. Clearly why we are all here. We are all here because we either want to get that college education and get into our dream job, or we're going through a career change, whatever it may be. But we are here because we want to do something meaningful when it comes to occupational wellness. We all want to succeed in that avenue. So here we go again with our basic pinwheel. I told you in the beginning of the semester you would see it 10 times. Here is the 8th time that you're seeing it, and then the 9th time will be in class when we cover financial wellness. So what is occupational wellness? All right, this is when we take our areas of our lives, okay, so whether it is our classes, it is our work, whether it's our family, but regardless of what is involved in your life, they are all integrated, they are balanced, and they make you feel fulfilling. Okay, so this is where when we recognize that we have personal satisfaction, we feel enriched through both our personal life, our professional life. All right, we have a positive attitude when it comes to controlling our life, controlling our outlook, controlling our mindset, and it is understanding that we have our own interests, we have our own abilities, we have our own skills, and we have our own values. And because we have all of our own interests, abilities, skills, and values, we understand that there are ways that this affects other people. We understand that our interests, our abilities, our skills, and our values affect our career choices, as well as our vocational choices. So one of the things, and this is always a huge slide that I like to spend a lot of time in the fall semester, because I have a lot of first-year freshmen, generally speaking, in the fall semester. But choosing a major, okay, the two main most important factors you need to take into consideration is going to be personal satisfaction in what you enjoy and what our future plans are. All right, so understanding that there are areas of your studies that you're going to enjoy. There's areas of our studies that you're going to thrive in. Understanding that those are related to our interests, those are related to our strengths, and we need to make sure we take that into consideration when we're choosing a major. Our future plans, okay, understanding that there are some jobs that require a lot of travel. There are some jobs that require you to be away from your family for an extended period of time. There are some jobs or careers that aren't family friendly, okay, and maybe that's important to you, okay, so make sure we understand that our personal satisfaction and enjoyment and our future plans need to come first and foremost in order to live a happy and well-balanced life, okay. And this is something that Professional Edge is going to talk a little bit about when they come in this week, or this next class week. But making sure that your wishes and your wants and your desires match up with the area that you're choosing to go into. So choosing a major, okay, just real quickly, it's not something that's an easy decision, but we also don't want to make it something that's more miserable than what it is, okay. Don't make it painful. Keep in mind that it is not abnormal to be undecided. Okay, it is perfectly normal to be undecided, to get your feet wet with some classes, see what type of environment and what type of classes you excel in, and then choose from there. Okay, understand that your major is going to affect your GPA. Okay, it's going to have a direct relationship with your GPA. If you enjoy your major, if you enjoy going to those classes, and if the content you enjoy learning, then chances are you're going to have a higher GPA. Okay, if you don't have as high of interest in it, chances are your GPA is going to be a little bit lower. So take time to explore. Take a look at all of the different majors that are out there and available to you. Okay, understanding that is going to be key. Make sure that we're not making the decision based on money. Okay, make sure that we're making decisions based more on our skills and our talents, our goals, and what we enjoy to do. Okay. So all things to kind of take into consideration, things that seem really common sense, but things that naturally may not come natural when you're deciding on that. So kind of along those same lines, things that you need to take into consideration when you're choosing a career. Okay, the very first thing is be self-aware. Okay, make sure we know as much about ourselves as possible. Okay, you're going to make better choices. You're going to make a better decision when you're more aware of yourself. So make sure you understand what you do well, okay, what you like to do, what brings satisfaction and fulfillment into your life, okay, so what makes you happy, and also understand that you have personal needs, okay, you have personal needs. Understand that sometimes that also makes you more satisfied and more fulfilling. The second step is making sure that we have awareness of our options. There's hundreds of different majors out there, things that you don't even know even existed. Okay, we just finished chapter 7 not too long ago, and we talked about in chapter 7 how packaging was a major. Okay, I didn't even know that existed. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you understand everything that is available and that is out there, and that you understand all of the different career paths that are available. So awareness of options that particular fit you best. Okay, that's our third step. Our first step is self-awareness. The second step is to be aware of the options, and the third step is awareness of what particular options best fit you. Okay, so you may know that you have all of these options. All right, you may know you have all these options, but we have to understand by putting the first two steps together, what are my options and what options fit me best. Combine step 1 and step 2, and you're going to get step 3. And then the final step is step 4, having some sort of awareness of how you prepare and gain entry into the career of your choice. Do you need to go on and get a higher education degree, in other words, a master's or a doctorate? Do you have to have the ability to pass a certain boards test or a certain exam to gain certification? Is it something where you have to take continuing education credits every so often in order to make sure that you stay up to date? All right. So there's different careers, and then you may have an additional test or something you could take to gain entry into the career. Okay, make sure you're aware of that so you know that that is something that you're going to have to do. So a lot of times tied in with career and career planning is going to be this word called vocation, and it is very easy to get it mixed up with a couple of other words. All right, job, career, and vocation are 3 words that are sometimes used interchangeable, and they really shouldn't be. Okay, they're all different meanings. Job. Okay, a job is a specific task. If I am a secretary, one of my jobs is to file these folders. Okay, so I have the stack of folders, I need to file it away. My job is filing the folder. Okay, my career is a line of work. Okay, my career may be administrative assistant, it may be a business manager, it may be, nursing. Okay, career is a line of work, a job is a specific task. And then last but not least, you have your vocation. A vocation is something that you are doing that is bringing purpose and meaning to your life via your work. Okay, so vocation is what one does that brings meaning and purpose to one's life via work. Okay, so I use the example of me. I am an assistant softball coach. I work here in the athletic department. I also adjunct instruct wellness classes, and I also do compliance coordinator. Okay, all jobs that I have at the University of Indianapolis, or all titles, I should say, at the University of Indianapolis. On a daily basis, I teach a class. I file folders. I go to practice. I develop a practice plan. I may reserve hotel rooms or bus transportation. Those are all specific jobs. My career is a softball coach. My career is adjunct instructor. My career is higher education. All right, that is my career. My vocation, the one thing that truly brings happiness to me, that brings meaning and purpose to me, is seeing young ladies come into our program as 18 or 19, 17, 18, 19-year-olds and leave as 22, 23, 24 grown adults. Okay, so they come in as a 17-year-old or 18-year-old, they leave as a 22 or 23-year-old. Okay, how they grow in between there is what my vocation is. That is what I enjoy doing. Yes, I enjoy winning. Yes, I hate losing, but ultimately I like to see our young ladies grow from 1 year to year 2 to year 3 and ultimately to year 4 until they leave. So make sure that your vocational plan, and when it comes to choosing your vocation, make sure it is purposeful. Okay, make sure it is full of purpose. You understand what it takes to make yourself happy. You understand what it's going to take to bring meaning and pleasure and happiness to your life. Okay, once you have that, try to relate your career choice to that vocation. Understand that our personality, as we learned in chapter 6, I believe it was, always plays a role in our decisions. All right, so our personality is tied directly to our vocational pursuits and what we choose or what we want to pursue, and that is perfectly normal and that is perfectly great. So speaking of vocation and speaking of working, we always want to talk about a work-life balance. All right, understanding that part of your happiness is going to be having a good work-life balance. And what does that mean? What does that look like? Having a good work-life balance means that our actions and our priorities are lined up in a way of what is taking care of what is really important to us. If we are asked to do something that does not rank high in our priority, then we have to decide whether or not it's okay, for whether or not we want to say no. Okay, take a look at what's being asked of us, see if it's lined up with our priorities, and make sure that our actions are lined up with that as well. So what is all this talk about work-life balance? All right, understanding that back in 1980, we're going to drop all the way down to the bottom. Back in 1980, Americans ranked 11th in the world for longevity, and right now we are ranked 42nd. Okay, 42nd we are ranked for longevity. Back in 1980, we were ranked 11th, and why is that? Okay, it is because we are not taking time away for our family. It is because we are not taking time to go on vacation, to rejuvenate. We are constantly considered work. Okay, and I'm running out of time on this video, so I will pick up with work-life balance in a short segment video in just a few minutes.